Well, hello there. Thank you for letting me into this space and welcome to Speak 3D, an experience orbiting the idea of using voice to bring visual things into existence. What we will be doing is practicing and revealing the communicative tool of voice to 3D in our augmented reality environment. Think voice to text and text to voice, but cooler. This information conversion mode is made possible by voice recognition software that takes your verbal command, for example, call forth humpback whale, viola. Now we have our very own fancy potato right here with us. What a big cutie pie. Let's have you give it a whirl. You'll have to use the command words call forth right before you say your desired phenomenon. Go ahead and say call forth piano.
Call forth piano.
Well done. You know I'd really like to invent a special command word, but that's for another time. Now let's get funky. Walk up and reach out all the way out to it and press the blah blah button on your Magic Leap controller. You can pick it up, throw it, or set it down. How mind-blowing! My consciousness feels like it's being swallowed by a black hole. Did you know our solar system is headed to a black hole in the center of the Milky Way galaxy? It'll all go bye-bye. Anyways, this interactivity can be very helpful in many ways, such as handing off the object to another person for examination. Let's move on, as I'd like to cover more things with you. How about we describe something with an adjective and call it forth that way, as description is our friend. Maybe something simple like a purple cube. Remember to use call forth as a command. Give it a try.
Call forth purple cube.
Great. Call in a sphere but with your color of choice.
Call forth green sphere.
We could also speak something more mundane and daily life relevant into the space. Try calling forth an empty cup of coffee.
Call forth empty cup of coffee.
Okay, now a full one.
Call forth full cup of coffee.
Nice and mundane. As we all know that there are alternate ways to articulate the same thing, such as saying mug instead of cup. Forerunners of this tech, including this app, should strive to write software that can be flexible enough to cover all angles. It's a bit crowded now. Say X delete all to have the cube, sphere, and coffee mugs disappear.
X delete all.
Rhyme all the time. You can also delete specific things by using the command X delete followed by the appropriate term. Another option would be to turn on the laser pointer on your Magic Leap controller by pressing X button, point it at the object and select delete. Press the same button to turn off the laser. These are user controls that should be considered when implementing voice to 3D. Let's move on. Now your expansive and groundbreaking mind might be thinking that there are boundless numbers of visual things with numerous variations. How could it possibly all be available for this technology? Well, as this is more so a demonstration experience of voice to 3D, we won't have a whole database for you, yet tee. Maybe we'll forge a colossal library. That would be fun. In any event, I think voice to 3D in AR and VR would be incredibly advantageous for many industries and fields. Companies could build their own context-specific apps and libraries of digital objects and animations. Slicing it into sections that way may prove more efficient. For instance, things along the likes of brain science, call forth brain. Wow, the researchers go wild. Intriguing, they say. Splendid, they say. Supple brain, they say. Ho, that's nice. Call forth Mount Imaginary. Let's plan our summit hiking adventure with friends, or make a real estate analysis of this neighborhood down below. X delete all. To list off all use cases would take quite a while. This is what gets me giddy about voice to 3D, and I hope your imagination is beginning to entertain all the different things we could accomplish. One more thing you need to know before I let you play around on your own. If you press the blink button or make this hand gesture, your menu will pop up with a library of phenomena that Speak 3D currently has the ability to call forth. I hope plenty of that will keep you entertained for a while, so go along, invite friends, and speak 3D objects into thin air to share amongst each other. There is something magical about this. Something new for our ever-evolving world of language and communication. Farewell. Ending grant application project Speak 3D, a demonstration, crude mock-up in 3, 2, 1. Hello Magic Leap grant reviewers. I'll have you silly Willis know that there is much more that I'd like to elaborate on that a true release would strive to have. A cleaner, better organized, and edited explanation and demonstration process. Optimization of intuitive controls and interactions such as transform manipulation, animation toggles, hand tracking key pose interaction, basic drawing, and more. More emphasis of instructions for multiplayer, remote, and same room. A defined art style of models. A populated library of phenomena for users to explore. A more wholesome menu of application settings such as graphics, audio, and gameplay. HUD elements. Sound effects and visual effects. A betterment of my character as the guide, in terms of a new and unique 3D model, animation, voice acting, synthetic voice elements, personality design including humor and endearing mannerisms, and AI scripts to add movement and interaction with space and user. I love myself but damn I need some work. Perhaps more conversation revealing the philosophy of voice to 3D and its place in humanity to provide comprehensive information. If I receive a grant from you magical leapy lemurs, I have no doubt that the development will yield more gems and refinement for a very impactful experience to share with the public. Thank you so much for the opportunity to apply and I bid you a great time in the universe. Godspeed to Magic Leap, AR, and the community.